the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Throwing is Mahomes on third. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush would just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Caden Smith, his first touchdown. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? From the gun on third down. Wilson, he gets it to Brown. Complete. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. We have a red zone alert. This defense giving up ground, and they'll look to stop a 2nd and 1.
Single. Watch number 29. 14.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught by Allen. He's got a Jets touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have it.
A big early third down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Open is Swain, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly.
coming up here. This defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
Alert, 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 alert.
Wilson now from the gun on third down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it.
So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter.
Yellow. 180. 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter.
Yellow. Watch the line. I'm here all day.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter?
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Back now in Miami. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Let's get it together, Chief. Play out, play out.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go.
Hey, yellow. I'm going 80. Check right 50. 57. It's just me and you. Protein spell.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Williams. Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. On play action, it's Mahomes. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would.
The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go.
Break back. Let in. 54 Mike. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Further, further. Mike 54. That's it. Here we go, D.
On third down, Wilson able to find his man, John Phillips. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
Key tight end, key tight end. Four down, check, four down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdowns. A tight game here late, and this defense needing a stop to try to get the ball back to their offense to go down and win it. On first down, Mahomes He's got it to Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a first down in field goal range already. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
New York set to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Wilson wants to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they will take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight. And they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.